Good morning and welcome to the Core Connection. I am Mira Rubin and this is Monday, and today's topic is vitality. And what do we do to nourish and promote and nurture our sense of vitality? So I'm very excited to talk about that with you this morning. Good morning, Rosalind. Welcome on this Monday morning. It's great to be here with you and everybody else who's joining us. We're going to talk about vitality today. But before we get started, let's take a minute or two to get present. Let's take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it. And imagine clean, crisp oxygen flooding your lungs, flowing into your bloodstream, nourishing all your cells, all your organs, bringing vital life energy to your body and being. And as you exhale any tension, stress, negativity, fatigue. And now let's take another deep breath in through your nose and hold it. This time, imagine clean, crisp oxygen flooding into your lungs, flowing into your bloodstream, nourishing all your cells, all your organs, bringing vital life energy to all your electrons, all your molecules, all your cells, creating a brilliant beam of light from your heart out into the world. And now let's press our palms together, vigorously rub those palms together, feel the friction, the temperature, the pressure, and all the tickling and tingling that happens when you stop, and allow all those sensations to bring you present right here, right now, into this remarkable physical form that enables you to experience life. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, vitality. What do we do to nourish and nurture our vitality? So, interestingly, the reason for, or the inspiration for today's conversation is that I finally started going back to the gym and working out, and I am amazed. I am amazed at the difference that I feel. I'm also amazed at how out of shape I got over the past couple years of being a couch potato of sorts, sitting at a desk or not doing much during COVID at all. And I'm amazed at the dramatic shift in my energy just from going to the gym a very few days so far. So we'll see how long it lasts, although I have a powerful motivator. So the thing that got me to go back to the gym, I think I've told you that in January, I'm going to be taking a course in building aircrete dome houses to be able to build the home that I intend to build when I move to Mexico. So I'm very, very excited about that. And what I realized is that I couldn't go and have no strength and no stamina. So I've got about a month and a half to bring my body into some semblance of functionality, because I have to admit, I have been very, very sedentary for quite a while. And I was never a sustained exercise hound, but boy, oh boy, oh boy, it's amazing when you get to see how out of shape you are. The thing is, though, that I have experienced just in these few days such a dramatic shift in my experience of energy, productivity, even just outlook. I've been getting stuff done that has languished for a really long time, and it's really interesting. It's really, really interesting how waking your body up can feed into every other aspect of your life. It shouldn't be surprising, I guess. It's maybe pretty obvious, but I'm wondering, what do you do to enhance your vitality? And it's so interesting to me. Like, I notice just now that my body's starting to wake up again, I notice what it is to feel in my body more. I feel more, truly more alive. It's really fascinating. And again, the art of the obvious, I guess. But I'm rather shocked at what a profound difference it's made for me just over the past several days to um to be coming back into my body. Maybe that's part of it, to be more engaged and to feel my muscles, to feel the structure of my body, to feel the strength of it, or awareness of it on a different level. And it's really, really remarkable to experience that level of a level of movement that really presences me to my being in a very different way. So Rosalind says, start the day with hot lemony water before coffee, dry brushing to stimulate skin cells. Awesome. Awesome. And that's, I can, the dry brushing, I've done that in the past, and that's really invigorating too, for sure. So, vigor, I guess, is life. Invigorating is bringing life to the body, right? And I'm just shocked, truly. Even though I've exercised in the past and I haven't exercised in the past, I am truly shocked at the dramatic difference. Maybe because I have been so sedentary for so long, but I'm shocked at the difference in what feels like mental clarity, what feels like a different level of holding my body. It's so fascinating to me. And so if you'd like to join in the conversation and you're putting comments in and I'm not responding, please know that it's because I don't see your comments. So you can go to Enlightened World Network's Facebook page or YouTube channel and place your comments there, and I should be able to see them, and then I can respond to them. But I'm wondering what kinds of practices you do to bring more vitality to your body and being. So this is, I have meditated and do that with some regularity in my way. But I don't feel this level of accelerated energy from it. I have to say, I might feel peace or calm, but I like this waking up of the physical body is something that, I feel really stupid saying that it's such a revelation to me, but I have to say it truly is, just in these past few days, um, to recognize the shift of engagement that I have, the emotional elevation, just like a higher baseline. There's a brightness that I feel that I hadn't felt for a while. And I don't know if this will sustain, But for now, it's pretty remarkable. And I'm wondering if part of the reason that it's having the impact on me that it is because it's kind of goal driven, or intention driven. I don't, in that I have this event coming up that I want to be fit for. And hopefully I'll be able to accomplish that in the course of a month and a half. But yeah, I wonder what kinds of activities you undertake that are enlivening for you. Hello, good morning and good evening to you, Gia. Welcome. It's so good to have you starting the week with us. So we're talking about vitality and what kinds of things we can do to nourish and nurture our sense of vitality, this a sense of life. And I'm embarrassed to be so excited and surprised by what powerful an impact a bit of exercise can do. It's crazy. And profound, really, really profound. And again, the art of the obvious, but getting your body to move, and being able to actually feel your muscles. It's really, really, really interesting to me to notice what a difference it's had for me in such a short time. So Rosalind says, are you doing cardio or resistance training? Probably helps with sleep. Well, that's one of my intentions too, because I've had a lot of challenges with sleep. And I'm thinking if supposedly exercise helps with digestion and with sleep and all of that stuff. So I'm doing some cardio and some weight sort of training, resistance training. I'm actually going to get together with a trainer on Friday too, which I'm really excited about. I'm not one of these people that wants to beat myself up to the point where I can't move. I don't want to end up crippled from exercise because I overdid it. But little by little, it's kind of coaxing my body into remembering that it has capacities that haven't been expressed for a really long time. And yeah, I mean, mood, sleep, digestion, general overall function, getting that blood flowing. It's all good, right? It's all good. So I'm kind of excited about it and shocked at what a revelation it is to be noticing these changes. So Rosalind says, yes, not getting injured. Yes, indeed. Like I know, a lot of people who go to the gym and they work out so hard that they end up not being able to walk for a couple days or not being able to do anything because they're in such pain. And speaking of getting injured, this is pretty funny. I felt like such an idiot. There was a machine. I've never seen this kind of machine before, but it has a seat that you're meant to kneel on, and it's on a swivel, and it swivels kind of in all directions. So you kind of have to balance on it. And I'd never seen this and I didn't know how it worked. And I went to kneel on it and fell into the machine and bruised a rib pretty intensely. So I've been contending with that for the past several days as well. Just the idiot factor, even on workout equipment, like there I was, just bonked myself really pretty substantially so that I've been having this rib pain for, a couple days. But really, even with that, it's been worth it. And to be able to, like I said, to feel your muscles, not because they're agonizingly sore, but to feel that they're stretching and they're coming back alive, that there's blood flow moving through. And yeah, I have to say, exercise is not something that I ever looked forward to. I know some people live for it. I've never been that person. But I uh I do like feeling the um strength in my body. I do like feel it there's a sense of competency about it somehow. Um to to really be um present in your body, to be moving toward, I guess, toward maybe it's a greater integration, because I'm so cerebral, and I'm guessing that many of you are too. And to be coming into more balance, perhaps, by balancing all of that thought and emotional energy with some physical energy, some sense of exertion. It's just really interesting to feel parts of my body that I hadn't been conscious of at all for who knows how long. And yeah, it's kind of exciting. It's kind of exciting. So Rosalind says movement is good for the lymphatic system. The fluid doesn't get pumped around without movement. Totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. And the lymphatic system is clearing out all kinds of toxins. So, plus there's more circulation of oxygen. And yeah, it's just like bringing energy into parts of the body that had been neglected. So I'm enjoying it. I'm wondering if any of you have an exercise routine you that you really enjoy. I have a friend who walks a lot, and it's beautiful to go for walks. It's just and I enjoy that. And I actually was, I did some time on the treadmill today, but it's actually freezing here. It was like 20 some degrees. Everything was covered over with frost this morning. So I'm not a big cold weather person. Walking outside in the cold, it's not my thing. But who knows? Now that I'm getting back into this exercise thing, who knows? Maybe I'll go for cold walks. I know that can be really invigorating too. So when we think about vitality, what are other things that we can bring to our lives that bring us vitality? Certain ways of eating can have us feel more alive than others. Certain ways of eating can weigh us down and make us feel heavy and logy and foggy. And other ways of eating can bring us more vital energy. I think I feel vitalized when I have stimulating conversations with people. That feels like it nourishes and nurtures vitality, not just physical stuff, obviously. But I do tend to be very cerebral. So those kinds of stimulants are really uh, helpful for me, and I do get excited about it. But it's a whole different thing to create this mind, body, spirit, right? Like to bring the triumvirate together and stimulate all aspects of our being. After all, we are in this physical form, and we can. It's often the source of complaint, right? Our physicalness is often a source of complaint, but we start each day that we get together. We start with breathing and rubbing our hands together and getting present to our physicalness. And it's interesting to me to recognize that, I have allowed myself to be pretty distant from my physicalness. So Rosalind says, standing tree yoga pose when I'm standing, waiting in line or making coffee. Oh, that's fun. That's really fun. Why not? Standing tree is really interesting because it seems like it would be such a simple thing, right? And it can be really invigorating. It can be a challenge to your body to be in standing tree position, even though it's just, very simple standing, to do it properly and to find yoga is so amazing with the balance of um, relaxation and tension, right? Like to find that place of solidity and stability. It's pretty wonderful. That's awesome. And but Rosalind, you're talking about coffee a lot. twice in one conversation. So, I wonder, it's interesting. I had an experience months ago where I had a cup of coffee and I was wired to the point where I was hearing differently, I was seeing differently, I was feeling like I wanted to jump out of my skin. It was truly an altered state experience from this cup of coffee, and there was nothing in it. It was just coffee. It was from a Keurig, so it was at a friend of mine's office. And it was so intense that I haven't drunk coffee on a regular basis at all anyway, but I rarely have coffee since that experience. It was so dramatic. They talk about coffee being a drug. Well, I'll tell you what, in that moment, I experienced it so profoundly. And the other thing that happens to me when I drink coffee is that my jaw kind of locks. I get all this tension in my jaw. And I know lots of people who drink coffee religiously. I wonder if, I used to drink coffee and I never felt it at all until that one time where it was just like over the top, enough so that it really scared me off coffee. It was that intense. But for when I used to drink coffee, I really never felt it. And I wonder, I wonder what that's like for you. Are you present to the effects of the coffee, or is it just a really delicious ritual? Do you love the taste of it? Do you just love the ritual of it? So I have kind of a ritual that I really enjoy. I have this wonderful cinnamon tea that I love, and cinnamon spice tea, and I have a glass of that, a cup. Well, you saw it's not just a glass, it's like a massive cup of this tea which is so delicious and sweet, and cinnamon's supposed to be good for you, but it's I don't have to add any sweetener, and it's just yummy and I love it. And actually it is a caffeine tea, come to think of it. So, maybe I'm doing the caffeine thing anyway. But it's so interesting. That's another thing that can bring us um, vitality or not, or the opposite, perhaps, is certain routines and behaviors that we have, patterns that we have, rituals. I know for people who smoke that it's often the ritual of the smoking that is harder to stop than the actual smoking. So I have a friend who, instead of drinking coffee, because coffee started wiring them out, but they really liked the ritual, they started drinking mud water. Mud water is it's very expensive, but it's a combination of I think there's maybe a little bit of cocoa, there might be a little bit of coffee in there. There's different mushrooms that are good for mental awareness. Oh, okay. You're doing the number here, Rosalind. Wow. Well, I don't know why I would think that you would just drink regular coffee. Rosalind says opportunity to add collagen, unsalted butter, MCT oil, cinnamon, cardamom, a little bit of clove, keeps my digestion regular. Well, that's not just coffee. That's pretty amazing, Rosalind. It sounds awesome. Delicious. I had done the coffee at one point with MCT oil, but I didn't do the cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, or collagen. I had tried butter a little bit at one point. That's really fun. Good for you. So it's going to ultra coffee for you. Anyway, vitality. I invite you to look at what do you do to enhance your vitality. And Rosalind, certainly the way you're using coffee, that's supporting you, and it sounds like in a really big way. So anyway, that's it for this morning. I'm Mira Rubin. This is the Core Connection. I go live here each weekday morning on the Enlightened World Network Facebook page and YouTube channel. And I invite you to check out the other awesome programming on EWN, One with the Earth, Enlightened World Living, and EWN. So until next time, I'm so grateful to have these times to chat with you and to share ideas. And truly, truly, you light up my day. So thank you. Thank you. Until next time, I hope I see you again here really, really soon.